How y'all doing out there? This is EZWORK Boxing. I'm about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all know what time it is, man. Been a hell of a weekend. I'm sorry I ain't been on, y'all. I know what's been going on. I hear about your boy Canelo Alvarez. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. No hate towards him. He was victorious again against Yildirim. Kind of knew he was going to be, victorious against this guy. This guy fought in 2 years from what I'm just finding out. So, as we all know, Mr. Canelo picked another cherry. Well, we can't really say he picked another cherry because this guy wasn't mandatory. So, in order for him to keep his title, he was going to have to fight this guy. This guy was #1 mandatory, even though I don't know how he became the #1 mandatory if he hasn't fought in 2 years. But you know how the game goes in the sport of boxing. Now, we got everything going on the right way in boxing. We got all the fights coming up that we should have and hope to have. Manny Pacquiao, we don't know what he's going to do. I think might fight Mikey Garcia. Canelo say he want to come out here. He want to be undisputed at 168. That Canelo finally wants to be undisputed at 168. I have my criticisms of Canelo Alvarez and how he handles his boxing business. But we got to understand at the end of the day, it is a business. We ain't going to like everything that they do. I don't like everything that they do. But at the same time, I still respect him for his talent. But now it's time to fight the fighters that I feel he ran or dodged from 154 to 160, the Charlo brothers, the Demetrius Andrades, the fighters of that level. It's time for him to step up and fight those fighters. Now, I am happy. I can't really complain. I can't really complain because we are going to get Billy Joe Saunders fight out of Canelo Alvarez. I think that's going to be a good fight. That's a great fight for him to go out there and prove and get people off his back with, the fact that he fighting a good level opponent like Billy Joe Saunders. And I hope that he continues on with this type of movement in his fight game. I hope he goes on out there. He should fight. Who's the fighter I just said he was going to fight? Billy Joe Saunders. I hope he moves on to like the Demetrius Andrades, the Charlos, and whatever else upcomers come out there and want to shot for his title. Canelo Alvarez, his respect for what he is out there doing in the ring, man. He go out there, he risk his life. When you have something to say towards Canelo Alvarez, people take it that you're racist or you hating on him. But no one is racist and no one hates on Canelo Alvarez. It's just I see the jumping around and the movement of what he's doing. So for him to say that he want to be undisputed at 168, I'm cool with that. I would love to see that. I think everybody who felt that they was ducked and dodged by Canelo should move up to 168. Also, Vasyl Lomachenko, man. Vasyl Lomachenko. He blasted Devin Haney on Twitter. Devin Haney get out there and say, "What the fuck is Lomachenko?" Lomachenko say, "I'm waiting on you cowards to fight." So Lomachenko really ain't out there playing no more. I guess he tired of getting pushed around, played with, but he did the same thing to Devin Haney. And Devin Haney on that same Fight Hype interview showed where Devin Haney offered or wanted to fight with Lomachenko and told him pay-per-view, what's up? I'm available. To Vasyl Lomachenko responds, I will think about it. So a lot of you have to look at it from both ways in that situation. Devin has tried to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, but I don't know what's going on in the negotiation between them now. Maybe Devin, like we have seen in videos, he is in his feeling about the fact that he felt that he was ducked and dodged by people. So he felt that he was ducked and dodged by people. So he doesn't want to give anybody a title shot at this time. He feel like, that could be the situation between him and Lomachenko. But I don't think he should be doing that. I think he needs to stop that and go ahead and make that fight. You know, he needs to put a top 10 opponent, somebody, a big name opponent on his resume. I don't think this is the time for Devin Haney just because he has a title to be picking and choosing who he wants to fight. You know, like I say all the time, Javier Fortuna, you know, the guy who created the email champion name, has been chasing him for a minute. He should go out there and fight him. You know, it's a lot that Devin Haney could do right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Devin Haney is a hell of a fighter, but at the same time, Devin got to really show us his talent. You know, he really had to show us. I mean, you know, we've seen him, you know, in the ring. Let's be real, you know, against a lot of Mexican fighters. You know, we all know if you real deal boxing fans, it's nothing about being racist, but we know what that means. You know, not saying that Mexican fighters can't fight. I'm just saying they send them up against the easy Mexican opponents, you know, because of the rhythm and the movement of black fighters. It's easier for them to fight Mexican fighters. That's just the truth, not racist. And that's all we really seen from Devin Haney. We haven't seen him go out there and go, you know, call out Teofimo, make a fight with Teofimo, you know, things like that. I don't, you know, they get, you know, it's hard to really say anything about Devin Haney because when you say something about him, everybody thinks you're hating on Devin Haney. We all know Devin Haney can fight. Who don't know that? Who don't know that? But we just want to see him in a fight, a real fight, where we can pick and decide whether or not he gonna win or not. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want to see Devin. And nobody is hating on Devin. I understand a lot of them are dodging Devin. A lot of people have dodged Devin. But now those same people want to shot at your title. And these people are caliber opponents. So, you know, go ahead out there and you know what I'm saying, get a public what we want to see. You know, Teofimo Lopez, he out there, he got his money. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. You can't be mad at him, you know, for going out there and getting his money back. You know, what's the name of the company? Triller. You know, Snoop Dogg is associated with this company. You know, they out there doing. Damn, I said, yeah, Bob Aaron don't give a damn. I got Chain with Ice on. Everybody hit that like button if you're on watching, please. Chain with Ice, I'm going to invite you on. Let me see what you're talking about. Silver Key, really, we just going off the top of the head, man. Whatever we want to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we want to talk about, that's what we talking about. It could be about boxing. It could be about life. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Yeah, I know I'm just getting back on. I've been off for some days. Like I said, I apologize for that, man. Been at work, man, you know, trying to get back and forth. I thank y'all for y'all support, y'all love. You know what I'm saying? I got some new subscribers too. Shout out to the new subscribers if you're on. I make videos about boxing and more than boxing. I hope you understand that. You know, in this video, we talking about boxing, whatever comes to mind. You know, whatever going on in your life, let's talk. Whatever. But Chain with Ice, I set the link up. You're welcome to come on if you want to. You know, that was at work the other day, and they were talking about Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, the guy who I know at work. And he kept asking me, he was like, you know, man, what you think about, you know what I'm saying, Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul fight? I said, man, Floyd need to sit his ass down before he go out there and get his ass knocked out. That boy is too big, man.
It's just a circus fight. Like
Chain with Ice, what's up with you?
Not much. How you doing? How you doing, Easy?
I'm all right, man. Welcome to the panel, man.
Yeah.
Just on here talking about life, boxing, and much more. Yes, sir. Let's talk about the Floyd Mayweather situation. My coworker was saying he saw something about the fight and how I felt about it. I told him that Floyd needed to sit down or Floyd get hurt. That boy is bigger than him. I don't care how good you
he'll beat him. Logan Paul barely boxed like 2 years ago. Mayweather been doing it his whole life.
But you really think Floyd? I'm telling this boy is what, like 190 pounds, 6'1".
Yep.
You
Yeah, I
know what
think
I'm
he.
saying?
What?
I don't think he should do that, man. I don't think that's a
If
smart
Oscar De
move.
La Hoya and Shane Mosley can beat Shaquille O'Neal in one of those circus fights, why can't Mayweather beat Logan Paul? How much of a threat is it really?
I mean, come on now. Don't hot chain with ice. Come on, bro. You just
It's a
said
money
that.
fight. Mayweather gonna
But
get paid.
what was the fight you just said, bro?
I said,
If West,
if Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley can beat 7 foot Shaquille O'Neal, 7 foot 300 pounds Shaquille O'Neal, why can't
you talking about
Mayweather?
in one of them exhibition fights?
Nope, it was oh yeah, exhibition, circus fights. That's what I call them. The
But
way
it
I
still was
see
a
it,
circus fight.
yeah, those were circus fights. All I see is
Yeah, but
Mayweather. Why not?
but this
Mayweather
gonna
can make money.
this this supposed to be a real deal, legit boxing match, correct?
Nope.
So this is an exhibition.
Yeah, like the kickboxer he fought.
Still, if what if Logan Paul goes out there and knocks Floyd the fuck out? That will
It
put
won't.
a
It won't
loss
count
on
on
his
his
record.
record.
It will count on his record, right?
Nope. It's exhibition.
I don't give a damn. I don't want him to go out there and lose to this boy. I don't want him to go out there, period, and even
I
play with no
mean,
Logan Paul. Lead
Mayweather's a
them
better
boy.
fighter than Oscar and Shane Mosley, and they be Shaquille O'Neal, who is definitely more athletic than Logan Paul and much
Now,
bigger, obviously. So Mayweather can beat
Shane,
this
what
kid.
you
Yeah,
really think that they beat Shaquille O'Neal?
they did on points.
I'm talking about real deal, like fight. Those two, you think they really beat Shaquille O'Neal in the fight?
They did. They got the decision over them.
If Floyd Mayweather go out there playing with Logan Paul, he might get his ass knocked out.
Nah,
You know, do you know how big that would be for that boy to Nate Robinson, Floyd Mayweather ass? Do you know how he would shock the fucking world if he went out there and knocked this man, knock Floyd ass out? Floyd needs to chill.
if he do, it won't count on his record. It's a fake fight. And if he
Nah,
do lose, he can have a rematch, make a lot of money.
nah, man.
His name's
Floyd
Money
don't need.
Mayweather for a reason.
Yeah, Money Mayweather, I understand that, but he need to sit his ass down and relax, and you know what I'm saying, spend all that money he done earned and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with the O, because if, like I say on Facebook, them Facebook groups, they hate Floyd.
They
If he
do,
lose that O, man, they can't stand. Boy, they stay on Floyd ass like white on rice, man. They stay on his ass.
but it ain't a professional fight, so won't really matter. It'll be like the amateurs. He lost
Bro,
in the amateurs. Don't count on his professional record.
yeah, but Floyd Mayweather could be walking out of bar drunk with by himself, no bodyguards, and get jumped by 8 men, and they would take that as a loss for him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Anything that happens to Floyd getting his ass whooped tarnishes his legacy.
I mean, he lost in the amateurs. Plus,
the,
I don't really give Logan Paul much of a chance here.
the amateurs ain't shit though. The amateurs are the amateurs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the amateurs are the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say for everybody else. You most definitely got to say it too when you go for Floyd. You know, the amateurs are the amateurs. So you can't count that against him, but he cannot go out here and let that old get stripped from him. What you feel about the Canelo Yildirim fight?
I just thought it was a funky tuna, but how all those people show up, like Crawford, Shakur, Jermel.
I don't know why all those people showed up. That was a pay per
The
view
undercard
event
was
too.
good though, with Jerry Forrest and those other guys, Diego Pacheco.
That, that was a pay per view event, right?
Yeah. You could pay for the fight if you don't want to buy the zone subscription. But if you paid the zone for the month, you gotta see the fight.
Oh, I thought it was a pay per view fight. I was like, they know they
Nah.
wrong for that shit. That wasn't worth no damn pay per view, man. They wrong as hell. They got to come on better than that. But now we get to see him versus Billy Joe Saunders. That's
Yep.
gonna be a good fight too. I got to do a prediction on that too. That's gonna be a hard one right there.
Yeah, I got Canelo though. Billy Joe wasn't the
You go.
biggest guy at 160. He ain't got like he's. I don't think he'll keep Canelo off of him. Good fight though.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
people always go when it comes to Canelo now. This is something we always say. Well, we don't know if they could take Canelo power or Canelo this strong or he go to the body
Yeah.
like this.
He does hit hard.
Then we got to understand a smaller fighter, Floyd Mayweather beat him before.
But Mayweather's one of the smartest boxing IQ ever. Plus, Canelo
Yeah,
grew from then.
but
He better now.
what's not to say that Billy Joe Saunders ain't an intelligent fighter too?
He ain't on Mayweather level. We seen him
Mayweather.
in
Now,
his
don't get me wrong.
performances. In his
He's
fight
not
before,
Floyd.
he almost got
He's
knocked
not
out
Floyd.
before.
He's not Floyd Mayweather. But at the same
Nope.
time, what if he goes out there and he's just as good of a boxer and think of his Floyd against Canelo? You know what I'm saying? Like people just count Billy Joe Saunders out because Billy Joe Saunders don't have that
Oh
power.
yeah, I ain't counting him out like that. Nah, he a good
I mean,
fighter now.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
slick.
saying it myself. I say it myself too that his power is an issue, but at the same time, I'm saying that we are counting him out just because we
Oh, I ain't
feel
counting him
that he
out.
don't.
He he good.
He might could go out there and knock Canelo Alvarez out. We don't know, but I think that that fight could go so many ways. Billy Joe could be on his A game. You know what I'm saying? On his best boxing
Yep.
mind that he ever had in any fight that night. And he just probably out. You will never know. But we know that Canelo has problems with moves. So
He do.
what Canelo has learned since, the Mayweather, the Lara fight, the movers, all the guys that moved on him in the
Yeah.
ring. I mean, he should have learned how to cut a ring off by now. I mean, he's a smart fighter, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
He didn't get into that right now. I see they saying that Tank is going to announce a fight real soon. I thought his
Probably have
hand was just
Namaris.
Abner Maris.
Yep, probably.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
They talked about it before. So
Yeah, it was supposed to happen at one point, but get the fuck out. Who want to see that?
nobody. Just another easy one for him.
And Abner Maris is what, a 130 pounder, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I
Like
told
he
her.
hasn't even fought in a while.
I told her that's exactly what I'm saying. Who wants to see that? If
Nobody.
they better
They
not do that.
they had him commentating fights when they fired Paulie Malignaggi. Now he
Yeah,
expect yeah.
when he was sitting on there looking like the Tin Man with that silver ass fade. I remember.
Yeah.
He had
He
that
not a bad
silver ass.
commentator either though.
No, ain't about him commentating. It's about the fact that, like you said, he been out the ring for a long time.
Yeah.
Canelo just fought a motherfucker ain't fought in 2 years.
Yep.
I mean, like, what the fuck? Damn. I mean, it's sad.
Uh-huh.
But Tank, I already knew. I told everybody that Tank was not gonna go up to 135. That Gamboa fight was nothing more than a test to see what he could do at 35. He didn't pass that test. Didn't look good. So
They were saying he has
no.
problems making 130. Then he go up to 135, miss weight with Gamboa. He,
Yeah, that's his issue. Oh,
yep. What up,
welcome,
Poetic?
poet.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I just want. First off, how y'all do? I just want to come on here real quick because I ain't trying to be here too long. But I've been watching some previous interviews. I watched the trainer for David Benavidez. I watched him talk about that guy Flores, the announcer for PBC, and David Benavidez'
Yeah,
recent interview with him. I watched that tonight. And it's clearly obvious that Canelo is ducking David Benavidez. If you don't think Canelo is ducking David Benavidez, you're an idiot. What else did I see? The fights. What's the fights that I see? I forgot. But another thing I wanted to say was I don't think that the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight is gonna happen this year because
Nope. Fury
Anthony
ducking.
Joshua had a
You
recent
can tell
interview
he
where
don't
he
want to
said,
fight.
yeah, Anthony Joshua had a recent interview where he said the fight was gonna happen like a few days ago. He talking about the fight can happen in June, and I seen something
Yep.
in the news where Tyson Fury canceled the fight because of some arbitration shit. I don't know what the fuck
Nah,
that
Fury's
shit.
saying like he been out of the ring too long and he ain't so confident. Something like that.
Well, if
uh,
Deontay Wilder is so trash, why can't he go and make that third fight to get him
Nah,
out
he's
of the way
talking
since
about
he said
AJ
two
with
times?
AJ.
That's what I'm saying. He said that he been out the ring too long and he don't want to go straight into a fight with Anthony Joshua. So
Yep.
if Deontay Wilder is so trash, why you want to go and knock him out the way? If he's so trash, just
He
go and knock
did.
him out.
he's saying
Yeah,
though, why won't if you are not gonna make the fight with AJ, then go ahead on. You complain about you ain't fighting, then go ahead and make the fight with Wilder again. Make the third
Oh
fight.
and knock
yeah.
him off so y'all ain't got to worry about that. Then on top of that, that's more money in your pocket because you ain't got to give him step aside money. So what's up? See how that shit work? It's obvious, man. It's a bunch of bullshit. Then I watched some older fights with Deontay Wilder. I don't think he's as trash as people say. I mean, I feel like sometimes he just get too cocky and he don't do what he can do. I don't think because my thing is they can say he cherry picked all he want,
He
but
did.
shit, you telling me this nigga got over 40 fights undefeated? But he's so
Professional
trash.
boxers. Profession knocking someone out hard. Let
That's what I'm
alone a
saying. And
professional
but I
boxer.
don't understand what the fuck is wrong with these people. Like it's really crazy. And I don't think that we're going to get any big fight this year, like I've always said.
Nah,
So
we
that's
will.
all. That's all I want to come on here and say. It's been a lot of and Tia. Let me tell y'all something. Teofimo Lopez is the worst lightweight, one of the worst lightweights in history.
Nah,
This
he
is
the
a fact.
best.
Look, did y'all see his
Hello.
recent
Or one
interview
of
where
the
he was trying to prove that he had the real WBC and he was the true undisputed? Did y'all see that shit? He is
Fight
a
Haney.
ducker. He is a ducker, and
Hello.
everybody in the comments is saying that.
Fight Haney.
Hold on. I haven't seen this video, but you saying there's a video out there where Teofimo Lopez is trying to justify and make it believable that he is the real WBC champion. You talking about when he
Yeah,
got these picture papers,
yeah.
these
With the
papers
shit, he
saying
held
that?
up the two belts. Yeah,
Oh
What was the
man, get
other
the fuck
belt
out
though?
and he's
of here.
sitting up here. He's sitting up here talking about some. Oh well, y'all know I got to fight. My next fight will be George Kambosos. Y'all know however much the IBF might love me and how much of a great champion I am. They don't play about their mandatories. Nigga, how many times has somebody vacated a belt, vacated an IBF belt to avoid their mandatory? What are you talking about?
And the
Get the fuck out
unification
of here.
trumps all that. What about unification?
I don't think
You
they
don't have to.
consider the fight with Haney a unification though. So I
They
think
should. They
he
It's
should
should.
just get it
obvious that
out the
he
way
ducking. And
this fight.
also
Then go for Haney.
Ryan Garcia had a previous interview where he was talking about
Ducking Haney.
he weird. He's so weird and ugly and corny. I don't fuck with that nigga at all. I don't fuck with him at all. I hate his
Ugly.
guts. He trash. He's
He
just
ain't
so
trash, he
corny
good.
and he's
I don't
weird.
like him, but he can fight.
Yeah, I don't care what he can do. It don't matter. He's still a trash ass nigga, and he's a
He ain't
liar. And
trash.
he's a he. See, and then they study trying to make him the next Oscar. How you gonna make this nigga the next Oscar De La Hoya when he ain't even fighting no fucking body? Oscar De La Hoya fought not. It ain't not one single person Oscar De La Hoya
Oh
didn't fight,
yeah,
whether he won or
champion in
lost.
11-0.
Hmm?
He was a champion in his 11th fight or something like that.
Well, at least Oscar De La Hoya fought people. This nigga ain't fighting no fucking body, and these niggas gonna continue to duck. These niggas gonna continue to duck. And think about it. They ducking now, and you know niggas need money, and they still ducking. And I think when the fans come back
Yep.
where they can make the
Because if
normal
they
money
lose
they
they
used to
owe,
make, they ain't gonna
that
stop.
loses their opportunity for bigger money.
Man, they not gonna ever stop. This
I
is gonna be
think
a never-ending thing, and boxing is gonna die. It's gonna die.
y'all
Soon.
think that
nah,
10 years.
Canelo
boxing goes up and down like a roller coaster. It'll
do
get
y'all
better.
think that Canelo Alvarez will be going after what's his name? Caleb Plant if he beats Billy Joe?
He is gonna
Yeah.
beat Billy
You think
Joe.
Caleb Plant gonna
His next,
actually be
all
ready
his
this
fights,
time?
all Canelo fights with the zone. I guarantee them niggas are taking dives, cause you know damn well
I
the
believe it.
zone.
I
Hold up,
believe
listen,
that.
huh?
I believe that.
Cause you know damn well the zone is not gonna want to afford for Canelo to lose in this 10-fight deal. It's just facts. And then on top of that, y'all can already kiss a Charlo or Andre or Benavidez fight with Canelo out the way
He
for these
gotta go
next
to
10 fights with the
PBC for
zone.
those.
They're not gonna take a risk like that. They're not gonna do it. Then this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Um, Javante saying he finna announce his next fight. I don't know who the fuck it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be Ryan. We know it ain't gonna be Haney. It ain't gonna be T.O. So who knows? Maybe it's Fortuna or some shit. But if it ain't one of them three niggas, I really don't give a fuck about it. And I'm gonna illegally stream it as usual.
Nope. I don't even have to watch those Tank fights. It's like the Gamboa fight. What was the point of that?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I think
That was a
Javante
test
still would
fight.
have won if he wouldn't have tore his Achilles.
Yep.
That was a test fight for Tank.
I
What's
That's
just
all
can't
that
the
was.
believe
Leo Santa
Tank didn't
Cruz
knock
fight?
him out.
A
Like I know that's
118
No,
pounder with no power.
the
What was the point of
Gamboa
watching
fight.
that? Even if you didn't pay for it.
I mean, you got to give. I mean, it's more credit to Gamboa than it is props to Tank for knocking him out. Because I don't see how you didn't keep this nigga down with a torn Achilles, and you supposed to be hitting like Mike
He's
Tyson
not
at
in
light
shape.
heavyweight. Like what the fuck? But that's just
He's
credit
not.
to
He don't be in shape.
He's not. He's not gonna fight at 135. That fight was a fight to see. That's why they picked an old opponent like Gamboa, somebody with a name though. They
Yeah, it was a
wanted
test,
to.
and he failed.
They wanted to see what Tank was capable of doing at 135. He
Uh-huh.
didn't do a good job. So we will not see Tank fighting at no 135. I promise you, his next fight, this announcement they talking about, it ain't gonna be no top level opponent.
Nope. Abner Mares. I'm already calling it.
I
It's
ain't
not
watching
gonna
that
be like
bullshit.
him.
I ain't watching that bullshit.
Nope.
If that, like
And
I
it's
already
March.
said,
It's
Tank.
I'll just
March. Look,
watch
y'all.
the
It's March,
highlights
right? It's
on
March, right?
Instagram after.
Shouldn't we be seeing
Tank,
Errol Spence say he's gonna come back in like the early summer, late spring? Shouldn't
man,
it's
fuck
March?
Errol
Shouldn't we
Spence.
be getting some type of announcement? These niggas loafing.
Fuck Errol Spence.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Man, Floyd Mayweather need to be calling Valdez and having Tank fight for that WBC title.
They're not
That's the
gonna do that.
next fight.
I think Tank will handle him with no sweat, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
Nah, I don't know about. I mean, yeah, I'll probably favor Tank, but if a 118 pounder gave him a black eye, a lot of people thought he was winning till then. Would they? Are they willing to put him against Oscar Valdez?
Nah, I don't think so. I think they're gonna try to protect Tank as much as
Yep,
possible.
Abner
That's
Mares.
all they're gonna do. And I know they're gonna protect Tank because if y'all haven't peeped, Ellerbe is a good dude. He a cool dude. He a
No,
respectable,
he
loyal
not.
dude. But he is the type of person that will bullshit. He will
Yep.
bullshit you. He look.
Yeah, that's his job.
I see that. I see that. I met dudes like him plenty of times. I know they be doing fuck shit too on the side. Like they'll do fuck shit on the side, but it'll be covered up so well they'll only do it to somebody they don't like or they got an issue with.
Yeah.
But it's like low key as fuck, and you'll never see it unless you peep shit. That's the type of nigga Ellerbe is. That's why I be. That's why I've said on this show before, like I don't really fuck with Ellerbe like that. He just weird. I know what type of I've seen niggas like him. I know what type of that.
Mhm.
So I know they gonna duck everybody. They're gonna protect Tank as much as possible. Like they got all these fucking boxers out here, even though
like
the sport is small. But it's whatever.
Hey, look, I knew that Leonard Ellerbe was, like you said, cutthroat when he was on the interview and they kept asking him about, what you feel about the Tank and the Ryan Garcia fight. He was like, it's being talked about too much. He said, when a fight being talked about too much, it don't get made. I was like, what the fuck?
He be saying a lot of stuff like the shit that it was a lady interviewing him one time and she asked him about the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. And he said, who's worried about that fight? She said, she said, who's asking for that fight? She said, the fans. He said, what fans? Like, nigga, what? Well, when I seen that shit, I just thought it'd be like, bro, this nigga make me not like him more and more. That's just too stupid.
Man,
the fact that you can't even acknowledge the fans, like, bro, that's why I be telling people, y'all need to stop. Number one, I ain't a fan of none of these niggas. I mean, it's some boxers I like in y'all favor, as I've said, but
boxing fan over anything.
I don't like in a lot of the shit they be doing. I don't understand how you can even respect them, especially Errol. Errol, the number one bullshitter right now in boxing, over Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury, he's doing what he's supposed to do with his Hope Insurance, with the shit with Wilder.
Nah,
he's doing.
He's trying to duck the AJ fight.
Huh?
He trying to duck the AJ fight though.
Man, he ducking Wilder and he ducking AJ.
Nah,
he
I have a hard time ducking Wilder.
I'm not really. I ain't really been paying attention to the heavyweight division at all.
If
because like I said,
he would not take the AJ fight.
Bullshit, right? They too full of bullshit in the heavyweight division.
Man, they too full of bullshit in what division ain't full of bullshit? The Charlo's bullshitting, Canelo bullshitting, Tyson bullshitting, Wilder bullshitting.
Oh, the really lightweights
bullshitting. All the Fab Four bullshitting. All these niggas bullshitting.
Those really lightweights, like below
bullshitting, Errol bullshitting,
below 130, they ain't
BSing. Aaron bullshitting. All these folks bullshitting.
The little guys are BSing.
I give Jamal credit though for at least trying to call out somebody like David.
Man, fuck Jamal. He a bitch ass nigga.
He didn't want to fight him.
He went on Instagram Live and said, "I'm not fighting nobody under 25." Nigga, what?
Yep.
Get your bitch ass out
and
here.
with no vaccine shot.
And David Benavidez is 24. That's some bitch ass shit. These niggas are hoes with this shit.
Even PBC fans say Jamal ducking.
It's getting. They saying he is ducking and say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious he ducking.
And ducking Andrade.
I'm so tired of them Charlo brothers.
I mean, I understand. I know how they are. I understand their personality, especially Jamel, how they say a bunch of wild shit. Just to say a bunch of wild shit when they need to say it, and they argue with each other online just for promotion and stuff. So I know when they bullshit and when they not, but I can tell they ducking. And I do believe that Jamel ducked Andrade. I do believe Jamel ducked Andrade.
Man, both of them.
Because I look back at some
videos.
Hold on, listen. I look back at some old videos from 5, 6, whenever they were supposed to fight. Bro, you cannot say that Andrade ducked him, even though, okay, he might have been sent the contract. He said that they were trying to financially dupe him. So he said he
pulled out of the fight 1 week before with Jamel.
Why?
It was some fight. It was some money shit, though. They was trying to fuck him over.
Yeah, but why did he wait till last week, though? That's my thing.
Yeah, well, my thing is he he showed up at all their shit. He showed up at all their shit. He showed up at even the fights that they weren't fighting. If they were there, he showed up.
Yeah, and they still won't give this man a shot to this day.
I mean, it had to be some shit in the contracts that we don't know about where because you got to think, these niggas, he can go if he can go in the ring and take that contract and beat him and make even more money, but it's a business side to that. You
if
don't
it's
want
not right,
to
it's
fuck
not
you
right.
Over like that, though.
I know what you're saying, but
at that time it just wasn't right. I mean, to be the champion and you get low ball, But hey, we can keep going on and on about that shit forever.
Yeah.
The whole point of it is today.
Back and forth like a Leo.
They still ducking Andrade. They wouldn't take an Andrade fight. If I was Andrade, I would continue.
We have Demetrius Andrade with a title at your weight class. You leave in a weight class. You try and chase Canelo to 168 when y'all could have unified, and one of y'all could have had 2 titles. They still ducking this man. You know what I'm saying? They could talk about what happened years all day, but today they are still ducking him. They will not give him a fight. He's broke. He got money behind him with the zone. What's the problem, Charlo brother? Yeah. Why you won't fight Demetrius Andrade?
Haney, Andrade, and White are some of the most avoided fighters.
And Canelo, David Benavidez said on his thing today, that I watched today, he said that when he was the WBC champion at 168, Canelo wasn't calling him, and he said that after he lost his belt, Canelo talked to
Yeah.
Canelo. No,
Move.
he said before he
Yeah,
lost his belt, Canelo talked to every champion at 168 but him.
and that's fact.
He didn't talk to Plant.
That's fact.
Yes.
Wait,
First of
yeah,
all,
he
let's
did.
ask you, hey, how the fuck did Yildirim become a #1 mandatory over
Oh,
David Benavidez? Any fucking way.
remember Yildirim and the Anthony Durrell fight that it ended in a headbutt?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. He did.
A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people thought Yildirim got robbed, so they mandated Yildirim. They mandated the fight with Yildirim for Anthony Durrell, but then Yildirim got injured, pulled out last week. David Benavidez was the last minute replacement. David Benavidez knocked Anthony Durrell out. Yildirim was they didn't mandate Yildirim for David, but it
What's
was
up,
set to be
A-Town?
mandated. Then David lost his
A-Town?
belt. That's how he was mandated. You know
Welcome
about
to
Hey,
the
that?
what's
panel.
up? What's up?
I
What's
heard
up?
Canelo.
A-Town
I
up
heard
too.
Canelo requested for
Oh, yeah.
Yildirim to be his mandatory.
Nah, this is what he. Okay, they had a hearing. The WBC had a hearing for who gets to fight Yildirim for the WBC title. Canelo, Callum, and David requested to be in it. That's what it is. But
Fuck
he didn't.
that. Fuck that. How what's up with
Oh.
A-Town? Let me welcome A-Town to the
Hey,
panel. What's up,
Hey, what
A-Town?
up, A-Town?
What's up? What's up?
hey, what's up? What's up, bro? Hey, look,
How yeah.
Benavidez want all the smoke, bro.
Yep.
Let's
He
hope he don't
won.
turn into a diva like Arrow after he get the smoke and accomplish it.
Hey, hey, how about him and Andrade?
Ooh,
I
Who
think
that?
Andrade. If I was
Benavidez.
Andrade, I would try to lure people in.
Benavidez.
I would
that's a
try to. If
dangerous
I was
fight for him.
Andrade, I would try to lure people in and act depressed and act like I'm over 200 pounds and shit. I think that's a very good strategy to lure Canelo.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I think.
But
Andrade,
Andrade messed up though. Cause Andrade messed up because he had a recent interview too where he didn't even really look out of shape, honestly. But you know.
Yeah.
I think he need to call out
Benavidez
every.
might take that fight.
Nah, I
Yeah,
don't.
he
I
will.
think Andrade need to be on Twitter, acting depressed, saying certain shit like he's vulnerable, and
Yep.
act like he's
Hold on.
overweight and shit to lure Canelo in. I think Canelo will take that fight if he see some weakness in him, and he think he
Right
gonna get
now,
that out the way. And then,
right now, though,
but yeah, I think he need to do that. That's
But
my
right now,
Andrade
suggestion.
ain't got no belt at 68.
But yeah, Benavidez gains nothing by fighting Andrade right now because Andrade
Yep.
holds nothing at 168. If now he came to 168, and he was like, if he would have beat Billy Joe Sound, let's say Demetrius Andrade would have beat Billy Joe a while back, and he came up there and he had that title. Then yeah, David will fight him right now because he got a title. But right now, there's really no point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying,
He
This
have,
I
the
mean,
last.
And
This the
ain't he the
last thing. This the
look
boogie?
at
last
the
thing I'm gonna say. I'm
promotional
finna get off.
aspect.
Ain't he the boogeyman
Andre's on the
though?
hold up,
zone, and David's on
Ain't
hold up, I
Peacock.
can't.
Andrade the boogeyman though?
Who?
Andrade the boogeyman, ain't he?
Nah,
Nah, David probably
he
the
ducked
boogeyman
a
at
couple
168.
fights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, don't nobody want to fight Andrade. So I mean, hey, I mean
Well,
it ain't
Yeah,
for a title,
When
but hey, what
David
the
I mean,
Benavidez by the end of this year, or at some point this year, or by the end of this year, David Benavidez will 100% be the mandatory for whatever belt or either one of the belts. Because I know he probably gonna be unified at once again. Canelo has, and Canelo is going. He is not going to take a fight with. He is not going to take a fight with Benavidez. At some point in time, if Canelo is about his word and he wants to be undisputed at 168, like he says every time he goes up and down in weight, but we know what it is. If he wants to be
what?
undisputed, it will. We all know it will 100% be a point in time where he will have to. He will have to have a mandatory fight with David Benavidez, or David
that's why he's
Benavidez
trying to
is
go
going to beat
undisputed
somebody
this
else
year
for another fight and for a belt, and
Hold
he's
up.
going to have
before
to
he gets
unify with David
mandated.
Benavidez. And I
Okay,
guarantee he is going to go up or down in weight, and he is going to vacate a belt, and he's going to avoid Benavidez. It's just facts.
that's it. That's what I'm wondering because why is it that that Benavidez is not the #1 mandatory right now since Yildirim lost.
Because they protecting Canelo. Canelo is the cat. They ain't trying to have him lose. But see, Canelo can go and fight all these.
David did not lose his title, so he should, even though they stripped him of it, he should at least went down the top 3.
He lost it twice though.
I feel like they hold him back. I feel like they hold Black and Hispanic fighters out of it. Like Mexican fighters and Black fighters always get shorted on the stick with this type of shit. Canelo not even really Mexican to me. That nigga white. Ain't he white?
No.
He a carrot. He
Mexican.
He damn near white now. He acting white.
He just got the Spanish heritage, but I don't consider him Spanish. He's a white guy raised in Mexico or something.
This dude said, "I will not fight any more Mexican fighters, bro."
That's bullshit.
Nah, they said that when they asked him about Jaime Munguia.
What Mexican fighter besides Benavidez is in Canelo's way of greatness?
They asked him that when they were talking about Jaime Munguia, though.
Hold up. What was that question again?
Huh?
I said that's clearly a duck to Benavidez. Because think about it. What Mexican fighter out there besides Benavidez is in Canelo's way of greatness?
That's when they were saying that with Jaime Munguia, though.
Huh?
They asked him about fighting Jaime Munguia.
Ain't nobody stunned that nigga. Who is he? Nobody stunned him. We talking about names. People that's gonna make Canelo prove that he ain't.
I know, but when he said he ain't fighting no Mexicans, he said that when they asked him about fighting Jaime Munguia, he said he green and I ain't fighting no Mexicans.
David Benavidez is Mexican too. David is Mexican, right?
He is. Yeah.
Okay, then. So when he said he's not fighting any Mexican fighters, that includes David Benavidez.
And ain't nobody asking for the fight. I don't even know who the other nigga is, honestly. Ain't nobody asking for that fight. I know what's up.
Ooh, this is a good thing to bring up.
Cinderella circus now. Fuck it.
Bun Q.
Nah, Berlanga.
Y'all heard about Berlanga, the little young dude coming in with all them knockouts. Now, I want to know what y'all feel about Berlanga. What if he want to step up to all them belts up there at 168? You think they're going to fight that young dude?
Oh.
Y'all don't know who Edward Berlanga is?
I do. He could fight. He got like a lot of first round knockouts. Yeah, I think someone's gonna eventually fight him. But it might turn out with Jaime Munguia, how they're just building him up so to be put on someone's resume. You know what I mean?
Who you think that's you think they send Jaime Munguia up to just get put on resumes?
Yep.
I don't know. I like Jaime Munguia. He's a good fighter. He's strong. Especially the way when he beat Saddam Ali. That's what made me take a good look at him. I was kind of looking at it like he was too big to be at 160. But Jaime Munguia, he a decent fighter. You know, I like to see Canelo
at 154 too.
I'd like to see a fight between Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez. I think that would be a decent fight. But see, you know, you can look at it. I wonder do Mexican fighters look at Mexican fighters like tough fights for them? You know, like how most black fighters avoid black fighters in their prime. I want to do Mexican fighters avoid Mexican fighters in their prime. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what it seemed like Canelo doing. Like he won't fight two Mexican fighters that are undefeated and in their prime, right?
Yep.
So I think that's probably a thing that go on with Mexican fighters as well, then, because I don't understand why is it that he won't, you know, go out there and, you know, try to fight these guys. You know, they young, they undefeated. Those would be great fights for him.
This other guy said that each country should have the boxing Olympics each year in their country. Then they find out who the best Mexican, who the best American, and who the best from each country is. Then they fight each other, like throughout the years. That's how they can make a lot of money. And boxing would be good.
And they could really say they're the best of the world.
Yep.
Yeah, you could really say that. They said Berlanga might have big chance to beat Canelo. I think Berlanga, he'll bring a lot of problems to 168. I think it'll be a lot of people dodge, To me, he's kind of like a David Benavidez, I think, with more. He's more of an executioner, though. He ain't coming in there to play with you. He ain't coming there to show you his hand. He ain't coming there to show you nothing but to hurt you.
From other fighters, Hispanic fighters, say that Edgar Berlanga didn't fight like that in the amateurs. That he was more of a technical fighter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably what gives him his confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because he comes across as a confident fighter. So maybe it's because he know what he's doing. And that'll be good to see in the ring too. If they say he was more technical and he was more of a boxer, that means he could switch up. He ain't just a brute. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just no juggernaut running around in the ring. So I'd like to see him go up against them guys and see if he can adapt and
David
switch
Benavidez
up.
is a good fight.
David Benavidez.
Yeah, but I would rather see him fight, say, what's that last guy that quit?
Who?
Julio. Yeah, Julio. I think you should fight him.
Who?
Berlanga.
Berlanga.
Yeah, fight Julio.
But not to push no hate towards Berlanga. I mean, we all know that them guys who he was knocking out like that are journeymen. You know what I'm saying? Those are guys who are paid to take dives early stage of the career. I mean, let's not just sit up and act like this boy just going out there knocking out Canelo Alvarez in the first round. So when he step up, we gonna really see what Berlanga is about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a good point.
Right now, he getting a lot of acknowledgement from what he's doing in boxing,
which he should. That's good for him.
Yeah, it's good for him. It's good for him, but at the same time, he gonna have to go out there and prove that shit. You knocking everybody out. It's a lot of stars be talking to him, which surprised me. It was like Fat Joe and people talking about. I'm like, how do y'all already know about him? I'm like, how do y'all already know about him? He ain't really fought nobody. He ain't no big name like that. But once you get, I guess that promoting him. That's a good manager. If he got a manager, shout out to his manager. He know how to promote. He's sending them up to rappers, getting them to talk on the Floyd, jewelry and all that shit. And he putting them. He got a good manager. Whoever promoting him is a good promoter. They know what they're doing. And to have, and then to come behind, the knockouts get him known as well, but to push him out there with rappers and celebrities, that's getting him put out there for real.
Oh yeah.
But they doing it too young. People got to remember, Floyd didn't have celebrities around him until he was certified. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
When we was certified, they wanted celebrity with them. They first major fight. They first, and then they go out there and get their ass whooped. And you brought out NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy brought you out to your ass whooped. All your choppers and your Glocks, and you out there getting your head mopped on, tapped on in the ring. So, you gotta be careful about that. But what's up with Errol Spence and Ugis?
I'm not sure. I stopped paying attention to that a while ago.
That's something that's.
I don't even know if they're.
We need to be waiting.
Are they still gonna fight?
Huh?
I don't even know if they're still gonna fight.
I don't know if they're still gonna fight either, but I would like to see that fight though.
Yep.
Ugis is a big guy. I think that Ugis out of all the small name welterweights, I think that Errol Spence gonna run in there and think that's gonna be an easy fight. And it's not gonna be an easy fight.
Oh yeah.
That is not gonna be an easy fight for Errol Spence Jr. Ugis is not coming out there just getting that title to lose it. It ain't no payday for him. You know what I'm saying? He coming out there to fight, bro. And I love to see it.
Yeah, good matchup.
Where
What was you saying?
I'm finna say where
Huh? You cracked up.
huh?
Oh,
I
what
cracked
were
up.
you saying? Yeah,
I was saying I was finna say where's Chris Eubank Jr.
I'm not sure.
He stay out of body. I don't know what the hell he doing. He be taking rest and sitting down, and he come out and say we want to fight somebody, and he got the Superman gloves on and shit, and then he
Yeah.
disappear. Did you see about Devin Haney and Lomachenko? Like he said they cowards.
Oh yeah, I saw
He waiting
that.
on the cow, y'all.
Yeah.
Lomachenko bossing up, man. Lomachenko ready to get back out there. He ready to prove to the world that he is the real Matrix, huh? You should have been a
Hey,
Matrix that night. You ran up here.
hey, the Matrix got glitches, don't
Yeah.
it? So
Who that? The Matrix got glitches.
yep.
Like, oh yeah, we already said that T.O. name is no longer T.O. Teofimo is Neo since he beat the Matrix.
Oh,
And what Ryan Garcia talking about?
I'm not sure. Pacquiao offered him a fight. There was
He
something
need,
about that, and before that, Tank. Now what?
I don't know, man. Like I said, he fucked himself up by coming out there, and screaming out Tank name and then not completing that fight. He had the whole boxing world ready for that fight to be
Yeah,
possibly made, even
he
though
could
I
have
think
beaten
it
him
wasn't
too.
gonna be made. Even though I think it wasn't gonna be made, he really, hurt us with that.
Yeah.
Really hurt us with that one. But man, it really ain't really much more to talk about on boxing. But, I had to get on, man. I've been off for some days,
Oh yeah.
off the channel, so I had to get on. Holler at y'all, man. Talk about some boxing for a minute. I'm gonna get back in the lab and look up some more stuff and make some videos, man. But I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. If you have
Oh
been
wait,
watching,
easy.
please hit the like.
Who you
Huh?
got in the Estrada versus Roman Gonzalez rematch?
I don't really know too much about their fight at this moment, bro. To be honest with you. That's a good fight for you to tell me about. Please send the names down in the comments so I can
Oh
check that
yeah.
fight out. I possibly make a prediction of that fight. So
Did you see
once again, I'd
the
like to thank you, Shane. Huh?
Did you see the thing we were talking about last week? The Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Sturm
No, I
fight?
didn't. Send it in the comments or send it in the comments, please.
Yeah,
I forgot it.
I got you.
And what? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight. But I thank y'all again for tuning in. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're coming into the channel. I thank y'all very much. This is EZWORK Boxing. I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.